Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendress, and welcome back to Tensura Advent of Magic. Oh yeah, she's off this direction. Go the other way, go the other way. I think she's coming closer, actually. Anyways, last time, we rematched Luminous Valentine, and God Luminous has spoken. Yeah, we ain't winning. That ain't happening. She might legitimately be unkillable. I'm questioning if it's possible. She definitely the ultimate skills don't exist. She has an ultimate skill. There's just no question about that. Like, she should have ultimate skills, obviously, but they don't exist in mod. She just has like a really, really strong version of Lust instead. So, I gave it literally everything I possibly could. Like every single boost. We now have Battle Wills for extra defensive stats there. Literally everything I threw at her. And I was barely able to force her into her mode change. Like, I was actually able to, like, maintain it fairly well. Like, I only used up... Well, two of them I ended up wasting. I only used up 11 20% increases to 20% magical regens. So, with our other things, we can keep that fight going. Like, I think it was legitimate like 40 minutes or something. Is this a new Curvus cage, or is this one I already cleared? I don't remember if this is the one I already cleared before. But, yeah, I just don't see how we're ever going to beat her, or at least as currently is. Oh yeah, this is the web one, or is this a different web one? Oh yeah, this is the one I already cleared. So, that's just not happening. We managed to make the form change. She hit us with an insta-kill move, after continuing to fight for a little bit. But I legitimately need to get her to 0 MP, and I need to keep landing big hits to keep her there, and to stop her from healing, while she is also constantly draining our MP. It just doesn't work. It's just out of the question right now. So, what are we getting up to next? Is that the Stymphalian bird I force-tamed? What are you doing over here? There's not even a swamp nearby. You came a long ways. So, anyways, at this point, since Luminous is just going to be hanging out at the Ancient Forest forever, and there's nothing I can do about it, I think it's time for us to start looking at something else, which is going to be a Daemon race run, which for that, we are going to need a reset scroll. The recipe for this is like a full pure Magisteel ingot, right? It's 3 pure Magisteel ingots. You know what, though? Not Blink, I want... Saving World. Yeah, I've also been having some pretty serious computer and internet issues today, so hopefully I can actually record this right now. That's not looking too promising. Anyways, head back to the Hippocrates Garden. I think they changed it so that when we reset, the golem will still actually spawn back in. So, we can go do that. Game not happy. Okay, I think we're doing a little bit better now. Anyways, as I was saying, we're gonna need a full reset scroll, which maybe am I just gonna spawn that in, or am I actually gonna make it? I do have this pure Magisteel block, and I'm fairly sure they changed it so that that the golem will actually respawn if you use a reset scroll. So there's that. I also want to make an anti-magic mask real quick, because I'm fairly sure that those give automatic water breathing, and someone said that that might actually be the way to get shadow motion to work with an Otherworlder. So let's see, I don't actually have any clay. Is there any clay down here? Yes, nope, that's diorite. It's mostly just like, it's mostly like rivers and stuff, right? You don't usually get it in warm oceans like this. Let me go find a couple of pieces of clay real quick. I want to test this. Okay, so I now have clay, I have magic steel, and that lets us get an anti-magic mask. So this thing, just craft it real quick. It gets breathing support and elemental resistance. So if I put this on a Mai here, she now has the mask. In theory, she no longer needs oxygen, So, also in theory, this should work. Where is Shadow Motion? There it is. So anyways, as I'm testing this, it does work. Okay, you just need to get like 1,000,000 helmets with breathing support on them, I guess. That's how you... That was a little bit weird. Ah, I wish I'd thought of that one sooner. That makes perfect sense. That would make training up a Mai so much easier. Like, I tried taking one into the Daemon realm before, and she can fight the Daemons fairly well. Like, she can, like, one-shot them, but they also, like, one-shot her. So having an easy way to get her in the backpack to save her is a good idea. Anyways, I digress. So, the reset. I think that was the only other thing I'd wanted to test. How are we gonna do this? Someone brings up the good idea. Odyssey Slime, I'm gonna be using your idea here. Choosing 3 skills. You specified extras. I mean, there's no commons I would want to replace, and like intrinsics work differently. So, yeah, 3 extra skills to start with. It's gonna probably be Sage unless we start with Sage, or unless we start with something with extra skill training points. And then Black Lightning and Shadow Storage, just because you need a Predator skill for either of those, probably. And even if you do get a Predation skill, Black Lightning is still pretty difficult, especially if I want to go for Hero Run. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. Let's see, what were the other things you said to start with? Choose 2 artifacts to start with. 1 second. Okay. So, it took a couple minutes because I was like, I was organizing these into like what spells are even in here. Like this is all 1 copy of each. These are all duplicates. So 3 extra skills to choose. We're gonna start with 3 extra skills just off the bat. Fairly sure I already know what they are. I was just to start with just 5 magics of my choice. I think what I'm probably going to choose is Otherworlder, Demon Summoning, a Dominate, at least 1 level Dominate Explosion, and I'm not sure what number 5 is going to be. Like, hold on, let me just put one of these in here, and I'm going to grab Summon Otherworlder. Oh, is it Otherworlder Summoning? Oh, Inch? Oh yeah, it's not mastered. I can't copy it. How close am I to mastering it? So I guess unless I cheat in a second one of those books, I can't start with it. You know what? We're kind of in cheat mode anyways. Like, we're definitely not starting this fully legitimately. So, a little bit sad I didn't actually get to master and show it off this way. Is there a different spell I want to create a spell book for in here? Or is this just going to be our choice and I'll just find another Otherworlder? No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cheat this slightly. It's just going to copy Summon Otherworlder. And you know what? I'm going to start with 6 books, I think. Like, Summon Otherworlder, max. And then you put that in here, Summon Otherworlder. You get to copy it. Hold on. That's a spiritual magic. Can I copy spiritual magics onto spellbooks? There's using up 1 for Summon Otherworlder. You can't put it back in there. What's another... Hold on, light. We have lights... What's it called? Well, light is that. That's a spiritual magic as well. And solar flare. That's the wide area. Shoots a wave of light. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of solar flare. Could I? No, that doesn't work. I figured I'd test it. So yeah, I was suggested to start with 5 spells. I'm gonna start with just these 6 books, though. I'm not gonna use them immediately. We're gonna go in without gear. Take off these as well. Suggested to start with 2 2 relics. Superstitious Hat, just for extra looting right off the bat, is just like really good. Digging claws. No, I'm gonna start with a pickaxe. I'm gonna keep some general use gear. I'm just gonna get rid of combat gear mostly. Just the extra running speed with the running shoes, or do I specifically want to choose one that can level up and get stronger? Night vision goggles. We're gonna get magic sense not too shortly. Holy locket's just like too strong. So no. And then I'm not sure if I'm just going to like give myself access to the higher level ones as we go on, or if I'm going to make myself go hunt for more. A Berserker style could be fun. You know what? Let's use the Rage Gloves. I haven't tested them a whole bunch. So there's that. There's our 2 relics chosen. These get to go in here with the other really powerful gear I'm giving up. Let's see. Is there anything else? I'll choose the extra skills for sure after our resetting. I have the spells I want to start with. We're going to get a second unique skill. And then I was told I could take, their suggestion was to take 2 Otherworlders, take 2 subordinates and keep using them. I'm just going to leave this place untouched, I think. Most of the subordinates are just, like, hanging around anyways. If I come up with something to, like, do with a subordinate, I guess I'll do it. Nothing in here really to get rid of. Yeah, most resources besides... Do I feel like doing more magic or hunting or mining in this series? Kinda, sorta, not really. So maybe I'll just gonna let myself use any resources I already acquired and just start from scratch otherwise. So let's just go with it. Might as well make the scroll legitimately. We're just going to need 3 more of these. And I think other than that, I'm all set. Oh, hold on. There's one thing I had thought of that we still haven't done. A-tier leather and 3 pieces of paper. And that's, we still haven't tried to duplicate disintegration. Luminous launched, I think, 2 last time, but due to titanification, they were canceled before the circle even really appeared, so I just never had a good shot at it. So we're gonna attempt it for real. I think I'd have better luck getting a Hinata to activate it than I would getting Luminous to activate it, because Luminous has extra attacks as well, and Hinata seems much more likely to use it as long as they don't have Titanification on. So, what was I looking for? Leather A tier. That's B A tier. Here we go. So let's just make the character reset scroll. Hold on to this for now. I do not have a Magisteel body right now. So whenever we actually get to turn into a demon and try to come to the real world, we're going to have to possess something else. So anyways, where did I leave those Hinatas? I still have most of my buffs on. Turn on multi-layer barrier and just don't touch Titanification for now. And let's just go somewhere as far out where I can just spawn a new one. Like, deal with her summons and then try to get her to launch Disintegration so we can try and Seeker it. I forgot there's still a Luminous over there. Let's just go this way. Hinata shouldn't actually be a challenge at this point if I had any of my gear. I got rid of all my gear already, because I forgot I was going to do this one first. 1 second. Okay, so I've got gear and whatnot set up now. The only thing I don't have on is Titanification, as far as I know, and, like, that Demon Lord Hockey. Let's just go. Oh, you're automatically attacking me? You don't usually do that. Wee! I wish I could fly! Like, interesting. I guess her magic jamming...
Status menu. Narrator.
There we go.
Off.
Her magic jamming isn't the same as, like, Charybdis's, where if you're 3 times stronger, you just ignore it. Okay, so, what, I have to... I forget, how do I, like, force you to use Demon Lord not Demon Lord Summoning. Your Disintegration, is that one of the attacks you start launching at half health, or is that something you can launch from the beginning of the fight? Like, she technically has, like, 3 different modes. Okay, there's that. Oh, she entered armament. Holy armament, rather. Seeker activation failed. Okay, she does actually do... Where is my abnormality cleanse? There it is. Also, how does takeover work? I was going to try and, like, look back up how takeover works, but, like, internet problems. Seeker is not activating at all. Like, okay. Huh. That's interesting. So Seeker just cannot target it. You cannot copy Disintegration. I didn't think so. But I guess either there's a split moment where either it takes a moment for the Titanification's magic nullification to take effect, or like damage is calculated at the start of the move and it just takes a moment to happen. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But anyways, I didn't technically check, but did I actually manage to copy any moves from Hinata or from Luminous last time? Because, like, it doesn't actually pop up saying you copied anything. No, it doesn't look like it. So you cannot, in fact, steal anything from Luminous or from Hinata. You can't get Disintegration or any of those, like, Darkness Hold moves from Luminous. Little bit sad. Makes sense, I guess. I think they're technically should be considered spiritual magics, and Disintegration is just like Disintegration is too strong. Anyways, ugh, lag. Come on, 1 second. Okay, with that, I think that's all of the tests I wanted to run without before we resurrect, reincarnate. Were there any other dominate tests I want to run? No, we already figured out we can't tame people like Shizu. They're immune to it, which means you can't tame Hinata either. Can't possess, uh, uh, c- can't possess Caliburn the Second here. We already have a bunch of tames. I could continue testing them in a second run anyways. Yeah, I think... Other than, like, training up some subordinates, but that's going to be its own series. There's stuff I want to do in its own series, and there's stuff yeah, I think we're good to reincarnate now. We're going to get 2 skills. I'm going to give myself, 6, maybe 16's a little bit too much. I'm going to give myself 5 arcane potions and a stack of full potions, I think. Like, our healing, our health is going to be pretty low. Each of those is essentially going to be only like 100 healing for the time being, and 5 of those is still just full. So giving myself some of those to start with just in case feels okay. As I said, we're like trying to boost the speed of a demon run here. All of that goes in there. All of that goes in here. We have the Rage Fist, and we have the Superstitious Hat. We have all our basic resources. Let's just go at this point. Luminous, Hinata, you two have been fun. You're just gonna keep kicking my butts. Hopefully we'll be able to beat you as a demon. Reset scroll, go. It is not safe to reset here. That's right, we are in a barren lands. This is high magic kill zones. What? What happened to that thing? Oh, hold on. I was about to use the reset scroll, but it looks like I'm gonna have to pop away for now, so I'll probably be with you tonight. Okay, I'm back now. I've gone ahead and I'm gonna let myself keep a C-tier grimoire, just because I also want to test how putting a spell on it and then reincarnating so you no longer have access to that spell works. Like, could I still summon Demon or use Explosion or Dominate if I didn't have a spell left, if I didn't have the spell learned after reincarnating? Granted, we're going into the Daemon realm, and there's no way I'll afford Explosion, there's no way I can afford Dominate, or there's nothing to dominate in the Demon realm, and Summon Otherworlder and Demon are both too expensive, and one of them doesn't even work. So this isn't exactly a great test. Like, I won't be able to test any of these magics immediately, but we'll still see. Anyways, I think I've done everything else I possibly want to. Unless I like, someone wanted me to try, like, possessing, like, a slime or something when I reincarnate. But I'm fairly sure with a full character reset scroll, that's just going to end up losing everything anyways. So, let's just see. Possession. Let's just do this anyways. Possession, spirit body. If I'm inside of a slime when Yeah, I'm now inside of a slime, which means my base body only has 9 HP, but it should have both self-regen and absorb and dissolve. Oh, I left it on my main body. I did it again. So let's just see. I assume I know what's going to happen here. But I'm assuming we won't start with self-regen and absorb and dissolve, though. So let's just go for it. It's not safe to do it here. Barren Lands did it again. Um, any other tests? I still want to say the answer is no, so I'm good just to do a full character reset scroll. We're going to be a Daemon. I am specifically not looking down at what our new skills are yet. Lesser Daemon, select race. We start with magic resistance and possession. The lowest level of the demon race, they spontaneously come into existence within the demon realm where they slowly accumulate experience from fighting and being summoned before eventually evolving into greater daemons. Select race. There we go. For a second, I thought we weren't going to teleport to the Daemon realm. Anyways, 40 out of 40 health, magic resistance. We just have possession. Yeah, no absorb and dissolve, no self-regen. So, what were the unique skills? What else did we get? Pride and Healer. We got Freeze, Escape, Wind Gust, Drainage, Water, Fire, Liquidize, Earthlock. That's 3, 6, 7, 8 different magics to start with. That's not too bad. Pride. Turn the strength of your opponents into your own and turn the tides of battle. Copy abilities when you are struck by them, provided you meet the necessary conditions. And Healer. That one's decent, right? Mend wounds with a touch or unleash devastating afflictions capable of both salvation and suffering. So let's just put both of those there. Pride has copy. I don't remember exactly how it works though. Oh wow, you're auto hostile. I wasn't expecting that. What did I just get here? Craft a tool made of dragon mode. Why are they auto hostile? I thought that they were supposed. I thought I read that demons don't automatically attack you. Yeah. This is a problem. So I have to get out of here. This is apparently spawn for this. I'm apparently far out. I need to get to a biome with hound dogs instead, because this is only going to be daemons and megalodons, and I can't handle either. But healer has both heal, which is pretty good. I think it's like instant version of the healing magic, and infection. Pride has copy, which lets me copy skills when I get hit by them. I don't think it lets me copy magics though. And until we get to the overworld, we're not going to run into anything with the skill anyways. Too bad I don't have the unique mobs add-on in. So, infection, how good is it? Ow, come on. That's going to happen instantly every time I go like 20 blocks, isn't it? Let's see, magic-wise, we don't even automatically have them. Okay, that makes the new demon realm a lot not as good as I was hoping it was gonna be. We like max out fairly strong, but like starting off, magic resistance. I forgot to turn it on. Let's see. So I guess I should probably give myself those extra skills now that I'm gonna start with, huh? And since we didn't get a skill that helps train stuff up any faster, I'm going to edit ability. I'm going to give myself Sage to start with. Sage Grant. I'm going to give myself Black Lightning, and I'm going to give myself Spatial Movement. Just because you can't really get to two of those anyways, and Sage just really good. It just speeds that up a little bit. I'm going to avoid using them too heavily just yet. So, come on, let me fly. I keep forgetting I have to do that every time. So I guess... What is the best option? Which of these does something... I think all of these do pure magic damage, don't they? Like, fire might do a little bit of extra something. I don't remember if it does any actual fire damage or not. None of those, I guess... No. Freeze just freezes water. Liquidize just... Water just places water. Yeah, not many good starting options there. I'm going to start flying, hope I can make it out. I mean, even with magic resistance, I'm going to die to most things instantly, and I'm just going to keep tramming up fire as we go. And I guess I should probably double check how Pride's copy works. I believe it's just take a hit, copy a move, but there might be more to it. Okay, so I've now double checked how Pride works. Are you outside of my range? Nope. So apparently I copy whatever mode of a skill I get hit with. Did that actually put infection on you? There we go, you have infection on. And I think infection should be like an insta-kill eventually, right? Like, one of those is infected and should die in a moment. But anyways, the way Pride works, if I get hit by, I think it's specifically a skill. As long as it's an attack style skill, I'll be able to copy it. And so, let's say I'm fighting Traveler, and I get hit by the energy arrow, I can use the energy arrow myself. Although, it's a little bit rough. Yeah, look. I don't have a way to deal with you. Like, until fire's learned, I can't really do anything here. But, like, yeah, I'll copy to something like Traveler's Energy Arrow, or I'll be able to copy something probably like Spatial Blade's Throw ability I'd probably be able to copy. Oh, there we go, that worked fairly well. I just have to infect them and wait. But that lets us learn a bunch of other stuff. Sadly, I won't be able to really copy anything of like great importance for a while until I get something that or until I master it. I can't copy like effect-based things. Where's my thing? I'm gonna grab a blindfold. I'm gonna put blindness on. I could just wait until I get a piece of leather and 2 string, but I'm letting myself use basic resources. I just want magic sense. Am I immune to blindness? No, it just doesn't really look like I'm getting it very much. Are you gonna die at some point, or...? Come on. As soon as you die, I think I gain the ability to learn magic sense. Yep, there we go. It's on there. So I guess at this point, it's time to start learning things. Occasionally, I can use infection to kill something, and that's kind of my only way to train right now. But magic sense goes on. I don't really care about either of you. I want strength as well. And I guess start training Farsight and coercion. But what's our first order of business here? Okay, there we go. I've infected 2 of them. I just need to hang around for a moment. I just keep attempting that. I don't know how much EP they give me, though. And I think my main goal is just to build up enough EP so that I can survive in the overworld for long enough to get a body. Where did I gain a singular... Where did I gain a singular armor piece? Oh, it's from the blindfold. Never mind. So... I'm just sort of stuck here for a little bit, I think, so I'm just going to get to work on training. Okay, training is not going well. I literally haven't moved. I got jumped by this demon here, and I'm trying to go fisticuffs with it, and it just doesn't work. I have healing, so as long as I dodge it, I don't know how much healing they do. Ah, come on, that definitely looked like it was going to go below us. But something happened with Pride. Oh, I can copy magics. Okay, that's good to note. So I get Pride's Fire and Pride's Spread mode that I can put on there. But technically it's like part of it, so I can go Fire and Spread mode. Now you know what? Pride Fire is not great. It just means I get to do this like a moment sooner. But it doesn't count towards getting Chantinomet or anything. It is extra fire. It is extra attack damage, though, so... I'll take anything I can get. And maybe I just let them beat me up a little bit, and I keep training this way. Like, this should help out. Healer is going to get mastered in, like, no time flat at this rate, though. Ow. Heal up. And charge it up here. Hold on, let's try out Spread mode. And... oh, I'm out of magic heals. I literally can't cast that a singular time. Yeah, this is not going well. But yeah, this is what being a demon is like. We got a Sin series and we're still kind of struggling a bit. Although, it's kind of funny. We got 2 Sin series in a row. Like, we got Envy and then we got Pride. But they're kind of my two least favorite of the Sin skills to use. Like, neither of them are as good as, like, Gluttony or Lust or any of those other, like, really powerful ones. But, oh well, I'll make a good use of it. And the fact that it copies magic makes it at least a little bit better. Time to just keep on keeping on trying to get anything done. Okay, I can one-shot Hound Dogs with basic fire magic. That's good at least. And you know what? I should be holding the Grimoire for this as well. Let's just see. Let's put this on... where is Dominate? There it is. I might be able to dominate the Hound Dogs. I don't remember. Ow. Try to avoid you. I cannot fight other demons. Like, I am bottom of the totem pole demon strength-wise. Like, I just have no shot in a proper fight against them. Like, heal, infection. Like, range on infection is just, like, way too low. But this one has infection. It should eventually die as long as I'm able to keep close enough to actually let it take it down. Come on. Yeah, how long is it? It's like a minute or something like that, though. That's part of the problem. Thankfully, Demon Realm, so magical worries are just, like, non-existent. But I'm just gonna play Ring Around the Rosie a little bit and hope it eventually just drops down. Come on. I am better at strafing than it is. That is also good. Like, this works out to my advantage. I just hold left. There we go. I actually took down a demon. Cool. And then from there... Does this have any AoE on it? No, it's just single target. But, yeah. There we go. Master what you learned. We got fire. It's down to a singular second. I can sort of spam it a little bit. What is our evolution requirements? 20,000 EP. That's not too bad. That could definitely be worse. So, as long as I avoid greater demons, I need to take lesser demons pretty seriously still. And I just, like, focus on Hound Dogs. I should be able to build up fairly quickly. Oh, hold on, I almost forgot I wanted to test this. So, if I'm holding the book, I do not actually have the Dominate spell myself. But, since it's in the book, I can use it. It's at almost 10 seconds right now, even with the book's cooldown, and I don't think I'll actually be able to... Oh, that worked! That's not as many magic heals as I thought it was. So I can, like, force tame Hound Dogs right now, and, like, get them to fight other things for me. The only problem is I don't have, like, thought communication, so I can't force it to attack everything on command. And it's not a temporary tame, which means that even if it does kill something, I won't get the EP. So you know what? That's not great, but you can cast magics from a book, even if you don't have the magic. That's pretty good to know. Anyways, also of note, the Pride version of a spell, even if I have the spell mastered, if I use Pride's version, it's not actually... I don't get the cooldown. It's just like the weaker version. I'm curious if that's because the Daemons only have an unmastered version, or if it's a case of, like, Pride not being mastered. Oh, you've become closer to mastering fire. Oh, I see. So, like, I have... This thing's version of fire actually works differently. Oh, that means that if I go to this page with the copy ability... Oh, I can see its own mastery training in here. So I could even trade up... Oh, that's delete. Okay. This is kind of cool. I like how Pride works. I think it's been changed in, like, one of the later updates. I think this is pretty cool. I enjoy this. I still can't cast that, so I don't know why I keep trying. Anyway, for real now, training mode activates. Do Megalodons have magic resistance? I don't remember. Because this thing is coming to get me. I did just die. Like, I accidentally hit a greater demon while trying to hit a lesser demon, and that didn't exactly go well. If this thing hits me, I think I just die outright. Oh, such a hazard. Oh, nope. I just lost some goodies there. But Gravity Flight's now available. That's kind of cool. And I do think I just gained access... No? I took a wind gust to the face. I was expecting to get the copy from it, but I guess not. But I guess I can take down Megalodons if I'm careful. A bunch of skills are getting there, and I'm at over 10,000 EP. So hitting 20,000 for Greater Daemon, it should be like no problem at all, and that should be like a big buff. So time to just keep on training. I'm just gonna keep using fire. You become closer to mastering Pride. So that's spent an amount, but I do think that gave us Fireball. Okay, good. So it is working for that purpose at least. That's a pretty cool. So there's that. I do have to have it on copy mode in order to actually steal a move though. Fireball, there it is. Oh, it's apparently alphabetical. And Fireball. I can't afford it. Didn't really think I could, but figured I'd check it anyways. Actually, kind of like this start. This feels cool. Hold on, Pride is Gee's skill, isn't it? I think he's Pride. that would make perfect sense. And you know what? That just means we're sort of like a Gee Crimson. Oh, apparently I can take a hit from you. Not well, but I can. So maybe Megalodons are the way to go. Like they'll give. I can survive them. Magic kills aren't really an issue. And then I just, like, deliver a handful of fireballs to them. As long as I don't accidentally heal this thing back up in the process. Gotcha. You know what? This is definitely better. The demon start before was kind of boring. Just because it was just only hound dogs. But now that there's other stuff to fight, this is a lot more enjoyable. I think that failed to copy a cutter. I'm not sure. And come on. Here we go. Let's just see. Did I get it? I didn't get it. It's apparently only a chance. Anyways, 11,300. It shouldn't take too much longer. Hopefully this won't be too rough. And once we reach Greater Demon, I don't know if we'll be able to survive long enough to get a body, but I am going to test it just to see. Because if we can make it back to the overworld and get something going in there, we're gonna get a bunch more skills with Pride, hopefully. So grinding away. Wow, this is really fun. Like there's a Megalodon right here. I can't even spawn in. As soon as I spawn in, I'm dying again. Just because this Megalodon just will not die, and it's literally right here. Just die, please. Thank you. Anyways, how much EP? Yeah, I one step forward, two step back. Like the game just decided I'm going to die 6 times in a row. So like I went from 12,000 to 10,000 again. Thanks, game, ever so much for that. Whoops. I just realized I actually gave myself the wrong skill. I gave myself spatial motion. I'm gonna remove that in a moment. I wanted to give myself shadow motion. Whoops. That's the skill I wanted. And let's revoke this one as one of my starting 3. There we go. That's just a couple of skills. I feel like there should be a way to get them legitimately, but there's just not. Although I guess if I summoned the... I would never be able to copy Shadow Motion because it's not an attack. And I'd never be able to copy Black Lightning just because it doesn't spawn naturally, so you know what? I'm fine doing that. I'm definitely fine with that. Anyways, those are learned. Thought acceleration is slowly coming. And yeah, I mastered Wind Gust. It just doesn't actually do damage. I'm better off with Fire here. Anyways, I did die like a couple more times since then, since I was last here. I really want to see if we can at least evolve to Greater Daemon today. If I put in like a concentrated effort, grab like big groups like this and keep doing this, and avoid anything that can probably kill me super easily, then it should hopefully be able to do it not too slowly. Okay, after like 30 minutes of dying, undying, and whatnot, I finally managed to reach the portal. I was at like 16k EP, and then I took a death and went down to 14 something. I was just over 15, somewhere just south of 16, I think. But I do now have, I learned escape, which means I can set up an escape thing here, and if I ever die again, I'm just going to respawn there, assuming I'm within... Is it 500 or 5,000 blocks? I don't remember. It's one of the two. And before it's mastered. When it's mastered, I think it gets a boosted range. But for now, that's good. Strength and body's on. I've managed to learn all the, like, super important ones that we have access to. Maybe I do start learning using Black Lightning a little bit, but I just really wanted to see what I could do with the base magics I could copy and what I started with. Speaking of which, I did manage to steal a single flame lance, so this has been pretty good. I ended up taking a hit from a greater demon, so I managed to copy that. Still can't afford any of the other things we have yet, though. Oh, wow, their range is so much better than mine. Like, I legitimately cannot punch these things, even with, I just cannot hit them. 2, 3, 4. Okay, with strength and it's 4 punches, I should just keep using fire anyways. But since we now have a backup, so if we die, we'll go back there. Getting the rest of that 5k should be a lot safer now, so I'm just gonna keep at it. Okay, we are now incredibly close to what we need. Copies-wise, I managed to get Wind Cutter, but as far as I can tell, Flame Lance Singular is just better. Let's see, Wind Cutter does 10, 30, and 10. Like, that 30 is going to get resisted to 15 by most things, and the 10 does... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, basically 25. Flame Lance, single is going to do... Yeah, like 45, because of the way resistances and whatnot work. What about fire? Yeah, that one's gonna do even less than Wind Cutter. So, yeah, it looks like Flame Lance is definitely our best option for right now, so keep that on single. Pick back up the training dummy. And now we have access to Gravity Field, Analytical, whatever, I can't remember exactly what it's called. And we have access to Analytical Appraisal, Steel Strength, that's the other thing. And we gained access to Gravity Field, which is nice. But the thing I care most about right now is the fact that after 20,000 EP, we are able to evolve into a greater Daemon. Basic counter 1 gets moved there. So let's see. So, like 12,576. Yeah, it's just going to boost that to 10k, just boosted that to 10k. But what do we get out of that? A lot, actually. Mud Hand, Earth Wall, Fire Lance, Firewall, Ice Lance, Ice Wall, Thunder and Thunder Lance, Spatial Storage, Water Cutter, Sleep Mist, Wind Cutter, Wind Protection, Float, Healing, Flame Wall, Agility, Reinforcement, and Magic Wall. All so much magic. More or less all of the magics all at the same time. So, most... Oh. Oh, interesting. That's not what I was expecting. There is a water blade, isn't there? I thought there was, but they gave us the spiritual water cutter instead. Weird. So we already have access to Wind Cutter. I might just keep using Pride for that. Rotter's still not great. Wind Protection. Wind Protection might actually be good to learn. Max HP went up to 80, so that's good. Spiritual HP went up as well. Thunder Lance is good, and Thunder is good, specifically so we can get Thunder Orb. I don't really care about Spatial Storage. I'm still using Backpack. Sleep Mist is kind of meh. Reinforcement would be nice. Mud Hands and Magic Wall. And we haven't actually seen this one. I think it just makes a magical wall, though. Kind of like Earth Wall. Icicle Lance, I guess, could be good. I don't know. Freeze, Float, Flame Wall. Oh, yeah, we haven't seen Flame Wall either. And so Flame Wall and Firewall, and we'll learn. I should probably learn Fire Lance, just so I can put it in the book instead, actually. Earth Wall, Earthlock. I think that's good for now, except I also want Agility. And I should start learning Gravity Field, I guess, just for extra speed and telepathy, so we can eventually use that. Okay, so now, in earnest, we're gonna start training up, learning new magics. Oh, I can't learn Thunder or Thunderlance right now. What about at full? I can barely afford Thunderlance once, and I can't afford Thunder at all. All of that stuff's gonna keep learning. Okay, so some goodies have been learned with like magics and whatnot. So I'm just curious. Oh, hey, Windcutter has been acquired through learning. Oh, hold on. It does work. Okay, so any magic? So if I get a magic via Pride, if I then gain access to learning the magic regularly, using it with Pride will help train it. Hold on, hold on. So let's say I start spamming this. Is the same thing gonna be true? I've now casted three of them hit things. If I actually managed to kill this demon with the Flame Lance, did that actually gain training points? Fire Lance, it did. Okay, that's really cool, actually. So having Pride copy actually eventually will help you get the skill for real. That's nice to know. But anyways, before we end off today, I just want to see, how long can I survive in the real world? Can I survive long enough to get a body? I assume the answer is likely no, but let's just see. I walked through the portal. Did the... Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, okay. It's 1% a tick. Oh, nope, it's based on biome. So, in the Desert of Death, I can survive for a tiny little bit. Orc. Am I strong enough to tame an orc right now? Oh, there's lag. Oh, lots of lag. There we go. Possession has been trained. We are now an orc. We lost quite a bit of health, but all of our other stats stay the same. We can start working towards being an archdemon, and we can exist in the real world. So that is pretty nice. I can now just... Ugh. Hold on. What's my Magicule poisoning? Like, I won't take Magicule poisoning in the Desert of Death, it looks like. That is fine. Will I take Magicule poisoning in the Barren Lands, though? That's a bit scarier. I don't actually know where the Sonata is. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. And since our escape body was in here, we lost it, so we lost a little bit. Oh, come on. I now have to do the whole run back over to the portal. No, I refuse. So, we can survive long enough to go get a body in the real world. It's just going to have to settle for an orc to start with. And then from there, assuming I don't go the wrong way... Hold on, can I... The ability doesn't work on that target. Oh, that's sad. You can't become a basilisk. So let's see, where are extra orcs? There's one. Okay. So with this, we can grab an orc and we can make our way home, which in fact means that I could, in theory, start going mining. Yeah, I feel like cheating in a body would be too much, right? Like, I have to earn the right for a Magisteel body right now. So that's probably outside of the range of what I'm willing to cheat in. What would I be willing to cheat in? I mean, since I made it to the real world and I can survive here, that does mean that I feel fine pulling out a smithing table since I could just go get the stuff to build one, and making monster leather armor. That feels fine. And in the same vein, I can make the most basic sword available. Monster leather C, monster leather, and so on and so forth. So, our demon run is now in full swing. We managed to make it to the real world. We managed to get a body. And it's at this point, it's training up skills and training up a bunch of EP as we work towards becoming an archdemon. But for right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, O'Mello, It Me Sammy Lawrence, Logan Anderson, Shadow25, and Keith Sitzlar. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.